before we get into our book, I do have something fun. Anyway, I have fun thing to say.
The link I sent is safe compared to the comment that I sent.
Yeah, your comment is a bit woof. Hold on.
Right? But the link not related, I hope.
Oh, cool. I have to look at that. Watch that.
So I had to let you know that because after the comment I made, you can only assume what the link could be.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I was gonna say one thing. I'm like nearly. I've been. I told you I needed to redo my website for my
Yeah, yeah. For business.
my business. So I've been doing that this week, and I am nearly finished, and it looks amazing. It looks so good, and it's all just using
Don't tell me Wix.
no Shopify.
Okay, Shopify is fine.
Yeah, it's Shopify. It's super simple, but it looks really good. I'm excited about it. I think the homepage looks even better than the old one. I'm the only thing that I am annoyed with in general is um it's hard to create a lead like a good lead squeeze page with Shopify.
Sure.
It so I may end up um I don't think hold on, because I know there's an integration between ClickFunnels and Shopify that I can use. So I may end up creating like a just a very simple lead squeeze page on ClickFunnels and push it and be able to push them over to Shopify. I'm just waiting for ClickFunnels to come out with the e-commerce side of things before I just go and switch over. I can't wait until they come out with that.
Yeah. And my advice as a friend would be to wait because eventually it'll happen. And when it does happen, you'll be ready because you're patient.
Yes. Yes.
And the market will be waiting for you.
I'm using Shopify anyway. The market's not going to go anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm no,
Be patient.
right. Like I don't want to use. I guess where I'm going with it is I don't want to have two websites or not two websites. I don't want to have two
Funnels?
no two systems. I want one system that has everything and can funnel everybody into the same thing. It's like I was trying to figure out yesterday. So one of the things that Brunson talks about is you need to do a soap opera sequence whenever somebody signs up for your newsletter. So that's what I'm working on right now
Hmm.
is a soap opera sequence. And I'm trying to construct the soap opera sequence in Shopify. And the cool part is I can do it super easy. Like it's really not that hard to do in Shopify. The problem that I have with it is it's not very
Gender neutral.
no. Um it's not very automatic. So there's like a lot that I have to do manually to set up the funnel. Whereas if you go over to ClickFunnels, they have multiple templates already
Already
for
set
that.
up.
Yep, yep. So
The so here's what I recommend to my clients when we have this kind of discussion. Um is go ahead and get out there, do multiple versions, do different stuff and test it because
yep,
no matter what, you're going to be split testing. You're going to test different stuff, see
yep.
what hits, and don't feel like you have to have the one perfect thing. Just get out there and do a bunch of shit.
No, you're absolutely right. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm probably going. What I will probably end up having to do is use ClickFunnels or maybe even what's the other one? There's another one. It's not
Yeah, there's.
ClickFunnels. It's not Kajabi. Kajabi is a great one. If you so like if you're selling a learning product, Kajabi is a
Oh
really
yeah,
good
yeah,
one.
yeah. Kajabi's a platform.
Yep. Kartra is another one that I've used before. The only problem I have with Kartra is it is very difficult to modify their templates. Um, there's also a massive learning curve with Kartra. Kajabi, not so much.
Mhm.
ClickFunnels. What's the? Oh my gosh, I should know what the other one is because I know somebody who uses it and it looks great. Oh my gosh, Spect. No, Kajabi. Oh my gosh, there's another one. I don't remember what it is. It'll come to me later.
Carta, Kartra.
I already talked about that one.
Yeah.
There's another one. I can't believe I just like the entire job of it is to collect leads and send emails.
Hmm. What?
Jeez. Anyway, whatever.
There's like one called Karma or something, right?
Karma? No, no. Uh, anyway, whatever. I'll figure it out at some point. It'll pop into my head.
Yeah.
It's a decent one. But yeah, that's kind of like yeah. No, what I want is an all in. What I would like is an all in one that works really well and works really nice. That's why I kind of want ClickFunnels, the ClickFunnels e-commerce one to come out so that I can use all that. But I also recognize that it's not necessarily going to be that's not necessarily going to be the case. All I really need is a place to store all of the emails, and then at the same time, uh, just a way to send emails very easily. I don't want to use Google Sheets because that's like the easiest way to do it and spread it across platforms and stuff. But it's a pain. So,
Yeah. Google Sheets are so tacky.
mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about the new website. I can't wait. I'll
Can't
release
wait to see it.
once I get the soap opera sequence all set up. Um, that's when I will release the new website because it's going to be tied directly into that. So,
Release, unleash,
unleash the kraken.
be brave,
I will be.
conquer the world. What would Andrew Tate call it?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I don't know, but like, if you're Andrew Tate, right? Would you be like? Would he be like, I'm gonna unleash my? No, he'd be like, you're gonna destroy it. I would say. I'm curious.
Destroy.
Destruction.
Destroy. All right. You want to dive into the book?
I finally, you're speaking my love language.
I know we've been talking a lot about a lot.
Let's get off all this emotional talk.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little discussion, I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. I'm so rude, right?
Oh,
It was fun.
sure. You are very rude. Yes. How rude are you?
You're like, I'm enjoying this manly conversation. I'm like, let's stop talking bullshit and get to the point.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was just saying, just kind of going and enjoying.
It's fun. It's fun. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. It's not bad.
It's why we've only published 3 of these.
Well, I need we do need an editor. We need to get someone to
Yep.
take care of that
Yep.
for us.
I'm wondering, is there at this point some AI stuff to kind of make it easy for us? But let's get to the point because I am obviously swerving off topic and having fun with that. I'm entertaining myself.
Yep. Yep. So anyway, all right. So where did we? Well, welcome all of you freeloaders.
Hello, hello, my fans.
Phoenix Project. Good book. Good book. Where did
So fun
we?
book.
Where did we leave off?
I'm thinking to make this book mandatory reading for my
Uh-huh.
difficult clients.
For your difficult clients.
Yeah, I got clients that are like, Phil, I love what you did, but I want you to totally change it and do all this.
Yeah.
At which point I say, okay, cool. I'm removing any kind of guarantee that I offer, and you can direct the project any way you want. And thus we have Sarah.
We keep talking about her and we haven't really quite
Introduce her
described,
yet?
yeah, described her. So let me
How
put
about
it
you
this,
describe her? Because you
yeah,
describe people so eloquently.
please. I think you do a much better job.
Because I
um,
remove elegance.
yeah. So every company has a Sarah. You probably know or have worked around a Sarah.
You might
And
be Sarah.
that's the other part of it. You might be Sarah and you don't know it.
Yep.
Sarahs are people who are only looking out for themselves. And so she's the person who's trying to maneuver to become the next CEO of Parts Unlimited, and she's doing like everything in her power to make it apparent that she's the best person for the job.
Which
And
she
she's
is.
from a strategic standpoint, yes. However, from a day-to-day standpoint, no. Because she's like
Kind of.
constantly putting her foot in her mouth, essentially. Putting her foot where it does not belong.
She she um she essentially rose to the top because she was aggressive
Yep.
among the potential leadership when they were searching for leaders
Yes.
in the organization. So the CEO uh, is more of a like you say,
Tactical.
he's brought up from the ranks, right? He's more
Yeah.
of a floor director than a foreman perhaps than he is really a CEO.
Well, so like
Now,
I would say it's along the lines of a difference between being strategic and being tactical.
yeah, that's
He's
fair.
more of a tactical type person, and Sarah is more of a strategic type person. The
Yeah,
thing is, when you are running a company, you need both. You need both.
yep, yeah, and
And
he was
go
using
on.
her to fill that gap
Yep.
exactly as you're bringing in.
Go on. Continue, please.
So there it is. So the reason Sarah's in the story is because she's the one that filled the tactical gap that Steve.
Hmm.
Oh, so funny. Um, Sarah and Steve, they should get married, right? It'd be SNS. The right. Um, so in a way they complete each other. Now, too bad that she was self-absorbed, and his
Yep.
his process of finding the cream really almost led the company to failure. Actually, did lead
Yeah.
the company to failure. Um,
Yep.
I could say that like what they had, if they didn't have the luck of Bill and Eric,
Yep.
just would have failed at that point,
Yep.
right? Steve, at least Bill took enough uh, aggressive activity, which most people wouldn't in his position,
Hmm.
that they kept the company from straight going out.
Yep.
Um, so there's that. We've probably there's been a lot of you know not so much around when this book was written, but in
Mhm.
like the 90s, um, in the 90s, a lot of manufacturing plants went out, paper mills, all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That if adopted well could have survived
Well,
probably, right?
I would say around so this book was originally written in the mid to late 2000s. So like we'll say 2005 to 2008 range. I remember growing up. So I have family who lives in Michigan, and I remember going to see them in Michigan, and we would take trips from where they are down to Detroit, and Detroit being this amazing city. And this
Hmm.
was in the 90s and early 2000s, and then the 2008 crisis hit.
Yeah,
And
Detroit is my example of why you should destroy every city with a strong union.
yes, please do that. To be blunt, I would. Well, I'm
Oh, come on,
anti
come on.
I'm
Come on.
anti-city. I think the cities are poison. I think that cities are a blight upon the earth.
I think Soros would agree with you, and that's why he sponsors cities so
Hmm.
well.
Hmm. Yes. Yep. I agree with Soros. I am with Soros on that. Absolutely. Yay, Soros.
Yeah, Soros,
Go Soros.
right? We're
did you
here for you.
did you see all the stuff with Davos recently?
I saw a little bit of it this time. This time people are pushing back a little bit from what I heard, or is it
Yes,
theatrical?
yes. The Argentinian president Javier Milei, they invited him to speak, and he basically came in
Can
and
you imagine Argentina saying "fuck you"?
yes. Well, that's the funny part. He points out like we used to be a wonderful, prosperous nation, and it's true. Back in the mid 1900s,
Very
they
true.
were. I think somebody said that they used to be the Paris, Argentina, like Buenos Aires, used to be the Paris of the Western Hemisphere, and um, he points out, and we went down. He's like, but then we went down this one route, and now we're struggling. We're struggling, and he's like, I became, and now I'm president, and he basically very kindly. When you read when you listen to his speech and everything, he very kindly ripped him a new one, just completely ripped into them. And you're like, whoa.
Wow. Did they see this one coming?
I think they did. I think they did. I think that
Did they have him do it? Is he like a double agent?
no, I don't think he's a double agent. I think they knew what they were doing when they invited him, and I think they did that. I think they did it as a way of, um, I think it was a CYA thing where they recognize, okay, last year or the last couple of years they've gotten a really bad rap. So they said they I think they recognized that because they kept doing that, or because they kept getting a bad rap, or because they kept having certain people come and speak, they were like, okay, well, we probably need to, um, excuse me, thinking here for a second.
I'm going to pause my
Yeah.
flow while you think.
I think that they recognize all of the bad press they were getting in there. Like they're trying to, do CYA so that they can sit there and be like, well, look, we're inviting people who don't necessarily espouse all of the ideas that we have espoused for the last 5 year, 10 years, and so anyway, yeah, that's what I think I think they knew what they were doing when they did
Yeah, yeah. I think I couldn't expect anything else, right? So very
that.
strategic group.
I like the comment that you put in there. That was weird. That was so weird. I
You
just
seen it?
I've seen a little bit of it, and I'm just like, this is I can't. This is creepy beyond all belief.
So since we're talking about it, it's my understanding, and I haven't seen too much of the whole Davos thing for this year, but
Yeah.
apparently they opened it up with a witch doing a ceremony
Yep.
and coughing on all seven of their kings. And I'm making that number up because I saw it, just a little bit of it, and the number makes sense. Is
Yeah.
it actually seven?
I don't know. I really don't know. I that's it's so creepy and everything when I think about it, and I'm just like I'm not going into that. I'm not diving into that rabbit hole. It's weird. I don't like it. So anyway, back to the book.
back to the back to the point. I want to talk about Sarah. Come on.
Well, yeah, exactly. So like Sarah. So again, like I guarantee you, if you have worked within the workforce for any length of time, you have met a Sarah. You have seen a Sarah, and you have seen her going working.
Yep.
I will tell you straight up, I'm working with one right now, and it's just annoying beyond all belief. It's like, come on. So what do I have to do? I have to go in and every so often, and um, what am I thinking? I don't remember what I'm thinking.
You're having one of those days, huh?
I
Normally
am.
you are so fluid.
Yeah, I'm having one of those days. But anyway, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I have to just. You have to sometimes when it comes to Sarah, you have to play. You have to be better at Sarah's game than her.
Oh,
And
pain in the ass.
It is. It is a pain in the ass. I don't like it. I don't want to play the stupid politics and things like that. But at the same time, like it's when you run into somebody like that and you have to work with them day in and day out, they kind of end up forcing you into that scenario,
Hmm.
and it's not fun.